That ain't right. An old unopened can of coffee. It's not open. Why? On the middle of the freaking woods. A thicket. Okay. Your top morel producers where I live. Cottonwoods, elm trees, maple trees. Where those grow, that's just the kind of ground where morels thrive. Okay. You can find them anywhere. You can find them in your front yard. I find the majority of my mushrooms around cottonwood more than anything. It's whatever, just how it is. Not saying nothing, it's just, it is, it's fact for me. Young elm trees, the leaves are real ridgy or whatnot and easy to identify. And then maple trees, they're kind of a slicker, shinier bark. Earlier in the spring, they have this kind of a reddish grape leaf color. Maple trees, more kind of a silverier, smooth bark. These intermediate bumps. Yeah. Cottonwood mat. That's what's up. Where I live. Few over here still. Pretty cute little mushroom there, little round top. They're different every year. I could come in here next year and they'll all be nice little perfect little cone shaped ones. It all depends on the heat and the weather and the temperature and the amount of moisture, everything. Makes different mushrooms every year. There's one that's been kicked or laid. An animal kicked it over. It's just totally dehydrated, laid sideways on the ground. Huh. Got about 20 so far in this patch, this one area. All right, keep going here. Dum, 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 dum. Pretty little guys. I mean, they're not dinky. They certainly get smaller than that, but they're about 2 weeks old, and they're on the downhill side. And even a squirt of rain now probably wouldn't do anything but actually harm them. So it's all the bigger they're gonna get, which is, those are good size for grays, creamies, whatever you want to call them. They're not even covering the bottom of the bucket, but I'm telling you, that was about an hour and a half worth of work. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. So there's 10, 20, 30. There's probably, whatever, 45, 45 mushrooms in there or so. I just finally found a more traditional looking shaped morel. Probably the tallest. I'm sure it's the tallest, heaviest one I've found yet. Probably gonna be my last one in the thicket here. We're at the end of it, as we can see here. The first one back here is really blowing my mind. We'll get it. The very first mushroom that I passed coming into this thicket, I swear it's like, maybe it's just in my mind, but I swear it's like 2 or 3 times bigger than any of these mushrooms. And I thought, ooh, there's a nice 3 or 4 inch one or whatever, and I thought, man, if I can load up on them in here, I get a bucket full. But so far they've been all little, 1.5 inch, 2 inch mushrooms or whatever, grays. But that one was really a blondie looking bigger one, so we'll get it though. We'll walk back there and get it. Just stepped out of the woods there. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. Most people wouldn't even think to look for mushrooms in there. There's not gonna be any mushrooms in there. That's not the woods. That's just some little baby trees growing. That's not the woods. Thicket. Most people only look in that thick, rich, dark, magical, Alice of Wonderland, green, thick forest. They can be anywhere. That's all I'm trying to say. Oh boy. There it is. Beautiful specimen. Yeah, that's the first one. I passed it up. Started my journey through this thicket. And then started finding them little dink gray ones. Anyway. That's gonna be it, I'm sure. I'll get back over to my bucket. My bucket's out there where I started. Alright, well. Guess that was it. Always pick up your blue jay feathers. Take them to the trash with you. No, just kidding. They're cool. Always pick up your blue jay feather. Carry it with you. Okay. If you find the little bright, always carry it with you. It's good luck. Cardinal feather, blue jay feather. And if you find the bright little yellow ones, them little tiny yellow finches, or bright yellow little finch looking things, they look like they should be in a cage in a rich person's house. The antique Victorian bird cage, those little yellow finches. Oh, so good, so good. Walked right by it. Walked right by it. Outside edge. The big blondes. Look at that big old dude. Not big, but baby, looks like an ice cream cone that I'd make. Long and tall and lean. Look at that. Let me set these down in here. Look how much bigger those three are than all the rest of them dinks I found in the woods. If all of them were as big as those last three, I'd have a mess. I'm making I'm sounding out to the public, okay? I'm standing at the pulpit preaching it. Always use a mesh bag to spread the spores. Always. All right? See you at the next spot. I appreciate you guys coming along. Okay? And yeah, thanks for all the subs, all the comments. Yeah, appreciate it. All right. Always use your mesh bag, no matter what. Okay? Yeah, it's a must. Use your mesh bag. Oh. Truck's that way.